Hello, and welcome back to the Bay of Sins. Ugh. I can't even remember what I'm doing today. I'm doing something. No, we're doing the dock. We're doing the dock over here for merchants to come in. We're doing the dock, and we're doing some warehouses. We're gonna put it here, and it'll look very pretty, and people will remark upon it as they come in. They won't. No one will. All right. Let me see now. This is where we fuck around with chain link fences again. So I hope you're all prepared for that. It's okay. I promise, fucking around with chain link fences won't take too long this time. I want to avoid this square. It's a cube, it's not a square. It's 3 cubes, in fact. I don't know what it is, and I want to leave it alone. Trying to decide if it makes more sense to have the gate on this side or on the other side. Probably makes more sense to have it over here, doesn't it? Since there's no real access to the bay. And again, I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it here. I think we'll put it here, and we'll hope for the best. Now, let's see. This is where I can't find anything, so enjoy. Hello, warning thing. How are you? Oh shit, I'm looking in the wrong place. I always forget that gates are furniture. Which, in my defense, I feel is a reasonable thing to be forgetting. A gate, no? Should really just go over to the other one and get it. I think that'll take less time than me trying to remember what it's called. Let's see. What was it called? No? Okay, there we go. Fence, chain link, gate large O2. I mean, I searched both fence, chain, and gate, so I feel slightly robbed here, but whatever. Fucking, it's a door, isn't it? It's not furniture. I'm feeling especially tired today. I don't have a good excuse as to why, but I am. And that is the excuse I'm using for this being terrible. So, sorry about that. Okay. I'm also back to saying alright with, like, every other word. So that's good. I feel I may have made an error here. It's gonna tell me I can't link to anything. Is that linked up? Yes, it is. Well, maybe a half would fit there. I almost never get to use fucking half chain links. Let me see now. So close. Now hang on. That's a damn shame, isn't it? Look at that. God damn it. Alright, I wonder if perhaps... Do I have 2 fences there? No, I don't. I wonder if perhaps instead of putting it here, now we get to see how far Control Z, how far back that goes. It goes back as far as I'd hoped, it seems. Possibly this will work out slightly better. Maybe. Or it'll be, you know, just as bad. I suppose we will find out. Where are the doors? There. There we go. So a smaller one I didn't know about. I think we probably want a large one though if we're having boats coming in. What's the difference between this and a 1? As far as I can tell, nothing. Good. Good. Alright. I can already see this fucking me over. Wonderful. Great. Right. Let's see now. How have I already spent 21 minutes doing this? It always amazes me. Oh well. Anyway, I have no idea what to talk about just now either, which is probably not the best. I probably should have thought about what I was going to say before I start streaming, but I didn't, so enjoy. You know what I should do? I should talk about the quests that I'll have in these areas, so that they're a little bit more fleshed out. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Oh my. I'm gonna have, I don't know why, but I feel like there should be either a really confusing or a really buggy quest at the docks. I want to say that's a thing. I think it might just be in my head though. But a confusing quest at the docks is what I really want. Just something where people really, like, it starts off, there's like a kid who comes up to you and he's like, oh no, my parents have been murdered, and you're like, well shit, I should probably help this kid, that's a pretty big deal. And then, you know, as it progresses, it turns out that maybe he killed them, or perhaps you're imagining it all, Tyler Durden shows up, I don't know. But at the end, you know, you wake up and Leonardo DiCaprio is looking at you like, yep, enjoy. That's the best I can do. I don't know. I don't know what I want for quests here, actually, in all seriousness. I think this will probably tie into the larger police corruption thing that we have going on in Baytown. Just once. Great, okay. Let's change this back to 8 for now. See if that helps. There we go. Anyway, yeah, no, police corruption, Baytown, that's what we want. Or don't want, depending on how you play the mod. I think what I would like is for someone from the Produce Guild, perhaps, to hire you to make sure that, I don't know, maybe a shipment has gone missing. This is where it always leads. In every, I think possibly every Fallout game, there's always like a missing shipment of some kind at some point. Like without fail. That is not what I was looking for at all. Okay. Is it the res thing? It's the res thing. Where are my normal halves? Here they are. Anyway, yes, no, missing shipment maybe, and come on. Come on. Do you think I can get away with that? People gonna notice? Someone will notice, and they will complain at me. They will be like, come on, man. It's not that hard. And the worst part is they'll be right. There we go. That looks fine. And now we can stop fucking around with chain link fences. As promised, it didn't take like 3 hours or something. I don't know why the other one took so long. That was crazy. But I like the idea of a missing shipment that perhaps you can try and track down, and eventually when you find it. I'm trying to think of what would be illegal here, and I'm coming up with nothing at all. I was thinking about this last night, actually. I was trying to decide whether or not guns are regulated here, because I don't know that I want the... I think the sheriff would want some kind of gun law so that he can have all of the guns. But I think the mayor would oppose him on that. since he would also like some of the guns. Everybody likes guns, don't they? At least in the Fallout world. Anyway, I want to put you... I think maybe over here. That'd be fine. Okay. I think it's probably okay. Man, for this quest chain to work, basically the idea that I'm having is for... The idea I'm having, oh my god. What is this? It hurts. No, the thing that I'm thinking of is if you're hired by the Produce Guild, who I'm pretty sure I've talked about, like, not at all. They're basically fishermen and they do the food. They do the food, that's what they do. But I think perhaps they would hire you to recover a shipment or something, and, you know, basically what it's leading into is that something in the shipment would be illegal, which immediately puts, you know, gives me a problem, because Baytown doesn't really do illegal goods. So it would have to be something specifically declared illegal at some point for some reason, which I'm immediately struggling with, because I feel like in the post-apocalypse you would have better things to do than randomly cut people off from shit. I mean, I could maybe see like a law specifically against Psycho, but I don't know, it just seems silly to me. Because then the other thing is, I have to decide why fishermen and scientists want Psycho. This, you know, to be fair, I can't see how a Psycho would be used in aeroponics. This whole thing is becoming a bust for me. Actually, better yet, they could be smuggling a person in. Oh my god, people are always illegal. That has too many connotations. I immediately regret saying that now. No, they could, that could work pretty well, actually. Perhaps they could be smuggling out a murderer or something. And then you can bring that to the Produce Guild and be like, whoa, you guys are pricks. And I'll be like, maybe, but we're paying you. And then you can have one of those moments in games where you decide whether or not you want to be a part of this illegal, illicit activity. Chances are you will, because, I mean, you know, the sheriff is just gonna be awful. In fact, literally, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but all the characters are gonna be awful. I don't mean quality-wise, I mean they'll be terrible, terrible people. Which is, you know, why I'll have fun with them. Looks okay. I wonder actually if when I originally started doing this, I never thought I was going to be building a second dock. Although it makes sense to me, I feel, because I really don't think the merchants I don't think merchants in the Central Commercial Ring, which I need to change the name of because it's clearly not a ring, but I don't think they would want their merchandise going through there. I think that would be incredibly risky. I don't think that would be a good idea at all. But I think that having a second dock here would be... Wow, I was really hoping there would be more warehouse options. I've got shelves though, perfect. Just put a couple of these on the dock, fucking fantastic. Yeah, great, okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by fucking bullshit. Maybe I'm misspelling warehouse. It wouldn't be the first time. I don't think I am, though. How is... Ugh. I've totally forgotten what I was saying now. Oh yeah, no, second dock. I think a second dock would be very useful. Because the plan is, at some point you will be expelled from Baytown and you will have to fight to reclaim it. You know, because it's totally yours to claim as a random passerby who has just kind of walked in and gone, oh yeah, nice place you have here. Just gonna come in here, roll up my sleeves, and I think I'll take it. Anyway, I don't want to get too into the main story of the mod though, because, you know, that's all I've got, really. If I just spoil it, I feel like people will be like, huh, no, none of that. Oh, excuse me. I have no idea what to search to find a warehouse. Isn't that ridiculous? Oh. And now we wait while the Gek loads. There we are. I mean, I could repurpose... I was sure there were actually warehouses in the game somewhere. Yeah. I'm also not sure how I feel about these being shops. I might want to... Maybe I could make that like a single building, a single large factory-esque building that could have been repurposed into a bazaar of some kind. That might be interesting. I definitely want at least one building here, though, for a warehouse. The other thing is that I'm fairly sure there is an invisible wall from, like, here to here, which I desperately want to cover up with housing that you're just not going to be interested in going in. One thing I don't want to do, though, is have housing you can't go into. You just can't, flat out, are not allowed in. But I think probably houses along here, if you go into them, they'll have their own interior cell. And that'll be very noticeable. You'll be like, why are there loading screens for these houses? And those of you who watch this stream, now you know. Now you know why those will be there in the future at some point. Oh my. What the fuck am I gonna put here? I like how we're looking up house again, just hoping for the best. There's gotta be something, right? What about a mass? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Concord House. What's this? That's pretty. It's all boarded up, though. I remember this now. I remember this. Did they do the downstairs? Or did they not bother? They absolutely did not bother. Okay. I wonder if I could stick a door on the front. I was sure that there were warehouses somewhere. Perfect. If you know of warehouses in the game, say in chat, leave a comment. I don't care. Just tell me if there are warehouses somewhere. Because I was sure there were. Oh, you know what I might be getting mixed up with? I may be getting mixed up with a boathouse of some description. Possibly in the Far Harbor DLC. That might be what I'm thinking of. Which is an odd thing to get it mixed up with, to be honest. But there you go. Possibly what I could do is use a shack for it. It could be something that was added on, rather than something that was initially found here. I've changed the lore of this place way too many times. Let's see what shacks we've got. I quite like that idea, actually. Because then it makes more sense if this is meant to be some kind of residential island. I still like the idea of it being a man-made island, and I think with the technology present in Fallout, that would probably be completely possible. These look like shit, don't they? It's okay, I'll terraform it. I'll terraform it off-screen and they'll suddenly not look like shit. By terraform, I mean landscape editing. I've been playing a lot of Stellaris recently. I'm terrible at it. Anyway, what am I looking for? Diamond Shack, perfect. Yeah, that doesn't look out of place. But no, yeah, if it's some kind of residential man-made island, I quite like that idea. It's always interesting when pre- and post-war stuff meshes together. Which is, you know, like the entire game, but we won't get into that. By the way, Shift and F is a hotkey, and D is also a hotkey in this. That's why that keeps appearing up there. I was sure that there were large shacks You know what it is? They're fucking workshop shacks. Let me see. This is what I was thinking of. This also does not look at all like a warehouse, though. Ah, shit. Can I get away with that? Oh, maybe we should take a field trip to Concordia. I feel like Concordia has some interesting post-war structures, but I think I might also be making that up, and it's just a lot of ships connected by the occasional pallet here and there. Maybe I could... Originally what I wanted to do, I can't remember if I've spoken about this on stream, but one thing I really wanted to do was have like a broken oil tanker and put the mayor in the back part of the oil tanker. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with nautical terms. And have that as his office, and then the front part, like, with slums and shit inside. While I don't think I can do that on this island, which is why I didn't even try, what I might be able to do is get half of one of these things, if I can think of the right thing to look for. I just search tanks. Good. Anyway, possibly what we can do is get half of one of those, shrink it down a bit. This is not going very well for me. I don't know how I found it last time, actually. Anyway, get half of one of those, shrink it down a bit, and use that as a warehouse. What I need to do, of course, for that to work, is actually find the thing. Maybe it's a ship. How do we feel about ship? Cruise ship Deca 1. Perfect. That actually is not too bad. Nope, that is not the hockey I wanted to use. Or it wouldn't be too bad if it had a floor, which it does not. What I might be able to do is repurpose this. Ooh. Ooh. Now what I'm thinking is that I could use this top bit as a ship that's kind of... No, I don't think that's gonna work. I was thinking about putting that in as like a floor, having crates and stuff on there, and then using, like, I don't know what I would use. Umbrellas of some kind, to then put shit on there. I think if I can't find warehouse-esque structure that I'm happy with, that could still work as a plan. What's up with this? Come on. Is the bottom missing from this? Yeah. This looks weird, doesn't it? I wonder if it's only used as LOD. Now I'm getting completely sidetracked and wondering where this appears in game. We could use the use info to find that out, but we're not going to. We're not gonna waste our time on that. We're gonna waste our time on other things. Alright, I can already tell that's not normal. I'm warming up more and more to the idea of having a kind of deck over here and putting crates on it. I keep forgetting that the warning sound doesn't appear on stream. Whenever I just stop talking, like, only for a split second, because there are times when I stop talking when I'm just thinking to myself, like, wow, I have nothing to say. It's a lot of crates. No, whenever, like, for a split second, I just kind of stop and restart up. There was a warning sound. That's what that is. Oh, instead of using that, we should use the slightly larger ones. Which are over somewhere here, I think? Yeah, here we go. Okay, I think what we want to do is have maybe 6 of these. And then we'll do a little bit of landscape editing. I should really be paying more attention to where I'm putting these because I'm going to have to fix this later, but to be honest, I've kind of lost... Oh! Accidental Control F. There we go. I've kind of lost all faith in the Snap to Grid now. I had faith in it back in the New Vegas days and the Skyrim days, but now it's all gone. I should probably make sure... Oh, they should already be facing the right way. I can already tell this is going to be a nightmare. If you didn't expect to tune into this stream and see me adjusting like 6 wooden pallets, I'm really sorry, but that's what's happening right now. That's the stream today. Oh. Also, occasionally forgetting about some of them. Look at this. This is a fucking train wreck. I don't even know where to begin to try and fix this. Are these even meant to go together? Ugh. Oh, this was not a good idea. At least using these was not a good idea. Perhaps there's some decking or something we could use. I'm warming up more to this idea than I thought I would. Initially, I was just very disappointed that there were no warehouses, but this is kind of doing it for me now. What's this? I could actually just, if I like that, I suppose I could just make it a little bit bigger. How do I feel about this? Terrible. Okay. I think we'll just use these. We'll be fine. Oops. Okay, let's put them these ways, this way around. That elevation should be fine for now. We'll probably move them down a little bit soonish. And then terraform the land to be, a little bit uneven so that we can have some supports and things coming out. One thing that's occurring to me is that I'm fucked if I want a ramp. Which I'm probably gonna want. Fuck. Alright. Hopefully this won't look too bad. Let's see. How do I feel about this? Do I like this? I think this is probably okay. Now, this is where, in the landscape editor, I would love to be able to use flattened vertices. However, for whatever reason, I can't. I wish I knew why, but no. I would take this, just flatten these, it would be magical. No, none of that. Okay, I think what we want to do is try and have kind of a natural ramp come up so that I don't have to fuck around with anything too badly later on. And we can have some struts. This looks unnatural as fuck now. Hooray! Have some struts come up and hold the whole thing up. Hopefully it'll look pretty good. I can already tell that this part is going to be a nightmare to nav mesh later on. And you know what? That'll be fun. That'll be absolutely fun. Am I happy with that? I'm seriously asking, am I happy with that? Do you know? How about this? Do you like that there? Can we move it up a bit, maybe? The other thing this thing is terrible at doing is telling me, like, this looks fine right now, but in-game it may look just totally fucked. I've had that happen a few times. The other thing I'm afraid to do is soften vertices, he says, then going and softening vertices. Because there are a few times when that'll fuck things up a bit. Right, I suppose we will leave that for now and come back to it if need be. Let's get those struts. Yay. have a horrible feeling this is going to look incredibly strange. People will see this in game and they'll go, that doesn't belong there. What are you doing? Come on. And they'll be right. They'll be right and I'll have no way of hiding it. I feel like these streams are just me kind of apologizing for things looking shit before the mod even comes out. Which, you know what? That's fine. That's totally fine. Completely okay with that. Are you over there, maybe? Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, hopefully that'll work out. And now to find some kind of awning type deal. God, this is gonna be a train wreck already. Oh, you know what? We should put chain link fences on here. That'd be a good idea. And I told you we were finished with the chain link fences. No. Never will we be truly finished with the chain link fences. Admittedly, someone is gonna ask me, you know, why are there chain link fences there? Aren't chain link fences pre-war? And my answer will be, I don't know. Just go with it. Where are you, chain link fence? Nope. Should have done that to begin with. I'm already beginning to regret the chain link fence thing. Good. Alright. Okay, let's not do chain link fences. I want something kind of short, actually. Oh, do we have any good barriers? How is that what I get when I type in? It's because it's double R, that's fine. Barricade panel, these are the things I used. This looks fine, actually. I'm okay with this. What's O2? That's the green one, isn't it? No, it is not. Oh, alright. I think this is fine. I like these kind of portable wall type things they have going on. Because I feel like I don't have to justify those. I feel like you could have found and moved them. It's fine. So I think what we're gonna do with these is just have them along 3 edges. That should be okay. Maybe someone will have stolen something from here, and that's what the quest can be. Because at that point, it doesn't really matter if those goods are legal or not. That way I don't have to come up with some bullshit about things being legal or illegal. Because, you know, I mean, Law in the Wasteland is basically kill or be killed. And while this is a civilized part of the Wasteland, it's still the Wasteland. I immediately regret saying that, considering that I'm having a police force in this part of the Wasteland. That said, there's no due process. If you do anything wrong, they'll just shoot you. And then probably be killed by you, but you know. Unless you're one of those people who plays the game, like, really hardcore, then you'll definitely be shot to death. Horrifically, I might add. It's not too large a gap. I think I'm okay with that. I can't decide if I want a roof or not. You know what? I think this will be fine. I think this will be okay because A, I don't want to fucking try and find a goddamn... There are Deathclaw crates? I guess not. What the fuck was that? It was disappointing, wasn't it? Let's see what the Deathclaw crate looks like. That explains a lot. Alright. Let me see. I don't know if I want to use these since this. That, and I also feel like any trading would be done on a smaller scale and wouldn't need crates that large. Crater rim, perfect. Yep, there we go. Alright. Let me see. What else have we got going on? Fat Man crate. Oh, I remember those. Okay. Shipping crate. This might be fine. This is not fine. Never mind. I think all the games I play are starting to blend together. Never mind. No, they're not. We're fine. That was a lie. I've been playing Thief as well recently. I won't talk too much about that, but I was sure there were just like beige wooden crates in the game. As it turns out, there are in fact wooden crates, which is fine. But I was looking through expecting to find something from Thief without realizing that's what it was from. I don't know if I want this to be particularly well organized. Actually, it probably should be, because this will probably fall unofficially under the purview of the Produce Guild, and they are unlikely to have anything massively disorganized going on. I think the Produce Guild are probably the closest thing to the Mafia in this mod. Not to say that that's exactly what they are, because it's not. They do have a proper function in the town and are a recognized institution, which they carry out. They don't just do nothing. But yeah, they're often at odds with the police, which is great. Zed fighting, I didn't notice. This is gonna suck. Any Zed fighting? No. Oh god, did I have 3 of these? No, I didn't. That's fine. It all looks a bit fucked now, doesn't it? I'm glad that it's totally derailed me from talking about what I was talking about. That's fine. Is there stuff happening there? Yeah, there is. I need to call out by 1 or 2. By 2 is probably safest. This is weird as shit. Okay, hopefully that'll be fine now. We need to move this stuff out. And I'll probably need to change the middle barriers too. Which we have somehow on it. Alright, that's odd. Go. Move this along by 1 maybe? I think that looks fine now. This is gonna look awful, I guarantee it, and I'm sorry. It was the best I could do. Or at the very least, I feel it's the best I could do. Maybe I could have done better had I felt that I could. I'm not even gonna get into that. Already this sounds like bullshit. Never mind. Anyway. Produce Guild. Yeah, no. Often at odds with the police. One other thing about them is that most of their members who are not... Fucking goddammit. Does this fuck the whole thing? Or is that okay? I think that's okay. You know what? We're gonna ignore that, and I will check on it in game. And if it is indeed horrific, I will fix it. If not, I'll just leave it. Now, what was I saying? Produce Guild. I was talking about the Produce Guild and how they're often at odds with the police. Yeah, they're often at odds with the police. That's about it. Their members, other than the fishermen themselves and the people actually doing the production of food, are hired on as protection, which most people are okay with because the fishermen themselves will go out into the, will go outside the city borders. That's what I was trying to say. To get the food, and because of that, they feel, you know, protection is warranted. They feel that that makes sense, even if they're just sitting in their boats. Which is why they get away with it, and because of that, they have... I wouldn't call it a militia exactly, but they have a number of armed individuals who are usually hired out of the people who did not manage to get into the police force or have retired from it. So as a result, they have kind of have their own police force, which is, you know, that's fantastic, isn't it? Which actually makes them the only other faction on the island with any kind of real firepower behind them. And they have a close relationship with the mayor. The mayor quite likes them because he doesn't like the police. Or more accurately, he doesn't like the sheriff. I feel I should probably fill this up a little bit more. Not too much, though. Part of me is wondering if maybe I should write a script that randomly enables and disables random assortments of boxes so that it looks as though there's actual trade going on. While I think that would be interesting, I think it's probably also unnecessary. Alright, I think we'll leave it at that for now. I think if this were full, they would probably look as though they were doing a little bit too well on the trade front. Okay, what else do we want to do? I think I actually want to put a boat in here. Let me see now. I'm gonna have one of the really small... Big are these? Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna have one of the really small boats. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Just put this here. I was sure there were, like, not rowboats, but extremely small boats. Am I getting up? I might be thinking of Fallout 3, actually. Which is odd, but there you go. Anyway, that might work alright. I feel like I should have something here as well, but I'm not sure what that would be. Perhaps it would have made more sense to have this over there. It's just so empty over here. I wanted something in here. You know, it would probably make sense, actually, would be to rotate this whole thing this way and completely fuck up the natural ramp that I was trying to go for. You can never just do things in this game, though. It's not a game either. It's always good when I click something and I don't know what it does. Now we have these. Good. There we go, now they're gone. find out later that I need those, but that's fine. That'll be a problem for later on. Okay, so... Oh, I was sure I disabled that. Oh well. I suppose I have accidentally re-enabled it. I'm slightly worried I may have fucked everything up, but that's fine. That's totally and completely okay. Nothing works anymore, but that's alright. Okay, let's try and build another natural ramp type thing. I was really hoping that wouldn't fuck me over, but pretty sure it has. So good, great. That's perfect. Ah, shit. Alright. I want to talk more about the Produce Guild, but I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. Let's see, maybe this will work. How's that? Another thing I feel that this is terrible at is giving me a good sense of depth. Or maybe that's my fault. It's entirely possible. How about that? I like that a bit more. I think that might be okay. Right. Let's save. Wow, I think this is the first time I've saved on stream. What an odd revelation. Okay. Okay, good. Does everything else look fine? This is gonna look weird as shit. I already know it. I think I'll leave it for now, but if it looks odd in-game, I will come back and edit it. Right, so now what do I want to do over here? I'm pleased that I've fulfilled my... I can't even remember where I wrote that I was doing the commercial docks and warehouses, but that's... Docks... Warehouse. It's finished. Promise. I don't know what I want to put here. I think I'm going to replace these... I talked about this earlier. I think I mentioned a single structure. I don't know if that's definitely what's going to happen, but I'm probably going to replace these with different buildings and these with shacks. Once we find some good shacks. I think that should be okay. Now, let me see. How long have I been going for? I've only been going for an hour. I could probably start in on doing some residential stuff. Residential housing will look like these, definitely. Cranes. I was thinking of cranes. I want cranes to go here. Cranes don't make any sense to have here. In fact, why do they even have cranes on docks? I think I'm thinking of commercial docks and the shipping containers that they move, which it makes no sense to have here because they're moving shit like this. So I think it's probably okay to leave this bare since we don't have that kind of infrastructure. Look at me justifying myself with bullshit. No, it'll be fine. The other thing that might make sense to put here would be shops. Fucking, like shops and a tavern and that kind of thing. But I'm against doing that because I feel like this is a dock that isn't going to be used even like half as much as the one over here. And then, it's a short walk to the brothel from there. It's fine. Not that, every sailor would want to go there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think it's also the only tavern. Plus, you know, there are shops here that they can go in and peruse the fine wares of. It's occurring to me that I have... like, there's only 3 things that the player buys. It's like guns, ammo, and armor. That's like this shop, and this shop. So I have no idea what these are gonna be. That's fine. One of them could be like a cat. This is a problem for another time. I should probably get back on track with what I wanted to do. Which is to put down some residential housing, oh my. Because if we look at the picture that I have, everybody loves a picture. Where's that picture? Oh, I deleted it. Shit. To clarify, I deleted it from my OBS setup. I still have the actual picture. Look, here it is. So what do we actually want to... This did not turn out to be this size at all. Oh, the sheriff's... No, I'm not doing the sheriff's office. I'm probably going to spend an entire part doing the sheriff's office. Which is a bit sad. I'm sure there are people who could do it in like 10 minutes, but like I say, I used to do scripts. I used to do scripts for Fallout New Vegas, and I did 1 or 2 for Skyrim. I never released any of my Skyrim mods though. They were all just for me. So basically, you know, I have nothing to back up my claims and they could all be bullshit. Enjoy. The Fallout New Vegas ones, you know, I can back those ones up. But the Skyrim ones, like, fucking, who knows? I know, but, you know. Right. Let's take a look at houses again. Yay! I'll be honest, when I thought of this mod, and I was like, hey, it'll be fun to stream and stuff, I did not think that all I would be doing was putting down houses. But that is apparently what's happening now, so that's good. I'm fine with it. Here we go, they can live in this sign, this tiny... What? Oh, it's one of the railroad signs, okay. Which apparently can't be seen above the sky. Alright, that's fine. What do I want? Do I want this? Oh, now I find this shit. Yeah, because that wouldn't have been perfect for a fucking floor. No? Alright. I'm getting a massive amount of deja vu from listening to this song. I feel like I've heard it before, but I have no idea where. Do I want these? I think I might want these, actually. What do we think? Do we like these? I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. What's this? That looks horrible, doesn't it? Look at how bright that is. Let me turn the lights off. That looks slightly better now, doesn't it? This is what the place looks like without lights, by the way. And back on. There we go. Great. My mind's struggling to... Is there an interior thing that goes with this? There must be, right? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be looking at those anyway, because with the new lore that we've decided on, it should all have been hit by a nuke. Or at least part of a nuke. Why am I looking at a bathhouse? Why do I always look at the bathhouse? It's not the bathhouse, is it? I can't remember what it is I always look at. There's something. It's the custom house, isn't it? Yes. There we go. Perfect. There are all these decorative houses that look... Doesn't that look nice? Can't fucking use it. At least I don't think I can use it. Maybe I could, actually. Yeah, and it would be one of those things with an interior, but that might not be the worst. Nope. What's this called? Echo House Res. That's not helpful at all. Wonderful. What about, does Covenant have any? Nope. Actually, come to think of it, does Covenant have any doors? Oh, excuse me. Other than the one at the gate? There we go, bathroom stall door. Perfect. I think we probably can fit a door in there if we want to. And then we could theoretically use some of these. Although we'd have to use interior cells, which I don't really want to do, if I'm honest. I think interior cells are fine. It's just that I really like that Fallout 4 has the option to not use them. But with that said, I don't like the garage. I mean, think about it. If this is a man-made island, why would they it's too small for a car. No of that. I don't even need the if this is a man-made island part. And now we wait for the static section to load again. Good. One thing I've been thinking about doing is partitioning off part of Spotify, which is what I'm listening to this music on, and you're listening to this music on. Selecting part of it and having it appear up here so you can see what song's playing. Because really, you know, people watching this stream don't care about the mod at all and just want to know what the music is. I think I might do that. I like that idea. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a house again. This is fucking all we do now. We just put houses down. I'm getting deja vu from this one too. How does this look? I think I can live with that. Let me put it this way. Yeah, maybe if we do it here, might be okay. There we go. Let's see now. The other thing I'm gonna have to try and justify is the layout, which that's gonna be difficult. I already don't like this. I don't think I'm gonna use this house model. I think I want more of these. I like these. I should really just be duplicating them instead of looking them up, shouldn't I? Okay. I think this is fine. I think we can have some of the rundown houses go out to people who aren't as affluent as some of the others. I think that'll be alright. Well, I mean, you know, I should probably take a stance and say that poverty is wrong and such, but for the context of this mod, it'll be alright. Do we want you? Do we want you there? There are going to be so many empty spaces. And why is it that this place is so empty? Well, you see, the island was only recently created before the bombs hit, and so they had only just managed to get the first few houses done. And for the record, that is how I would attempt to explain it. I think I'm gonna just get rid of some of these, actually. He says, forgetting that he had already decided to get rid of all of them and replace them with a different structure. That's the kind of thing I do. I forget. I'm gonna have to do so many interiors. I don't know if I want to have my mouse randomly. Okay. That was odd. Actually, shit, am I... No, this is fine. I was slightly worried there that I was going into the Produce Guild headquarters. But I think we're alright. I think this is probably where we'll draw the line. Over here. How does that look now? I feel like there should be more houses. Actually, maybe there shouldn't. Then I can justify the tons of boats out here. Yeah, that's fine. I think we'll do this and have like a proper street, maybe over here. Possibly like that. That was a lot. Oh, it's still going. Alright, I think that should be okay now. And then that gives us lots of room left over to work on the Produce Guild, which we take a look at the picture again, which I'm not going to do because holy shit. But I think we'll have the headquarters over here, and we'll probably put our scientists over here, and some living quarters there, something like that, and the sheriff's office of course will be here. And that should be fine. I don't think I need to like add in any specific living area for police officers because they can just, you know, use the residential housing. I kind of want to delete these now. You know, originally what I was gonna do was when I came back to do interiors, because in my head what I've decided to do is do the foundations for each part, like just kind of map them out, put in the basic structures that need to be in there, and then come back and do each part again, basically. Not like start from scratch, but I mean do all the interiors and stuff. To be honest, I don't know why I started doing the interior for this. I think I did because I was like, wow, I hate this a lot, I want it to be over, but instead, you know. And yes, I did not enjoy making the brothel. I'm sure you could tell. What are we looking for now? Shacks, right. I think after we put these shacks in, is it really only been... Now the opposite is happening and I feel like more time should have passed. That's fine. What's this? Is this a single plank? It's a single plank. Perfect. Single plank will can't speak anymore. Single planks will be useful when we're putting in living quarters and shit on these boats. By that, I mean beds. Just beds, planks, that's about it. What's this? This is an interior. Actually, maybe it's not, but, well, it's part of the interior. What is this? This is unhelpful. It's just clicked for me that DC stands for Diamond City, rather than... I have no idea what the DC in Washington DC stands for. And you know what? That's fine. Can I get away with putting these in? No, there's no way. But there was no way. Oh, pier shacks. Look at this. This is an interior kit again, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. How do you feel about building one of these? Already I feel the answer is not good. Let me see, what else have we got going on? Shack metal, oh, here we go. That is not at all what I should have realized what that was. I don't think we want metal shacks, do we? Metal shacks just still look very homey, you know? I mean, you're looking at it and you think, man, that looks cold. I don't want to live in there. At least that's what I would think, I don't know. Maybe you look at it and you think, yeah, that one. was that check I had earlier? Now watch as I scroll through a list of things. Oh my, where did it go? I wish I could remember what it was called. That would probably help. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we are. I think this should be fine. Right, so we'll put this over here. I think I'll probably do the landscape editing for this just now. I don't think I want it too close to the wall. Originally, again, I had intended to do landscape editing a little bit later on, after having done the rest of the stuff, but I think instead I'll just do it just now. Go look at this. Don't look over here. I hate that. Just don't look at it. Yeah, these look too uniform now. There's also a small one. Let's have a look at that. This is the "you made it, you managed to get off the boat" house. Are there any others? No, there aren't. It's fine. I'm gonna find out later that there's a reason that you can't use these outside of the workshop, and it's gonna make me incredibly sad. But for now, we can enjoy the lie that everything will be okay. Hello, warning noise that only I can hear. Actually, you might be able to hear it through my headphones because they are terrible at, I can't even think of what that's called. It's not cancelling noise. They bleed out a lot, I suppose, all over the floor. It's a mess to clean up. No, I can't help myself. I say shit like that and I'm like, I could make that into a bad joke, and then I do. Let me see. There we are. I think one of the things I like a lot about modding is, like, the sheer number of coincidences you can just kind of slot in. Like, you know, land doesn't really work this way, it doesn't make sense for this to be like this, but it just is. It just is like this, don't worry about it. It's like badly written ground. I'm sorry, I shouldn't start talking about bad writing, because then I'll go off on a tangent and start talking about TV shows, and people will write me angry letters, because people still send letters. People write me angry letters, saying that that's their favorite television show, and I shouldn't make fun of it. Real talk though, when was the last time anyone sent a letter? I can't remember the last time I sent a letter. Do people still send them to like relatives and stuff? Is it still considered like a special thing you can do for people? I don't know. This is really taking a turn, hasn't it? I should just talk about my mod instead of going off and talking about letters for no fucking reason. I wonder what quests I could have here. Sorry, as soon as I said that, my mind went to a kid approaches you and tells you his parents have been murdered. Which apparently is my go-to for quests. Just need a quest? Some kid's parents have been murdered. Right. That kid turns out to be Bruce Wayne, and holy shit. I'll have, when you walk in, when you come in, just here, there'll be a kid being, well, a kid and his parents being mugged, and the guy'll shoot both the parents, not the parents, sorry. The guy'll shoot the kid, and then, you know, the mother will go mad, and the boy's father will don a cowl and fight crime in the night. If anybody specifically gets that reference, good for you. Good for you. I feel like I can never landscape edit and then not soften vertices, because I feel like I'll have a lot of weird points. And I don't mean that as in like the abstract sense of a point. I mean there'll be like sharp, spiky bits on the ground that will look very strange without me doing this. But then I also realize that because when I do this, it kind of pushes the land down a bit. So these might be floating now. Which, excuse me, would be rather bad. Anyway, I think that might be all I want to do today. I'm not sure. Let me have a look over here. I don't want to start in too much on anything else because, I don't know. I don't know where I would look for things. Which, I mean, next week, basically, I'll be like, I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh well. I feel like this is very empty and I don't know what to do about it. I don't want to put houses behind these houses. And again, maybe we could do that. Maybe that's what I should do instead of just being like, this will look bad, I should just try it. And then when it does look bad, I can say, I fucking knew it. And that'll be that, That'll just be how it goes. Do you like that? How do you feel about that? That looks horrible. As predicted. I think that looks a bit better, maybe. Over here, perhaps? This is remarkable. I'm okay with this being empty. I like the idea of having some kind of park here. Again, with absolutely no greenery, because it's like a sandbar. It's a man-made sandbar. I'm almost sure that I'm using the term sandbar wrong. But no one's correcting me, so I'm gonna keep doing it. If I am using that term wrong, and it hurts you a little bit on the inside, just say, and I'll stop using it incorrectly. Later on, I'll find out that actually I've been using it right the whole time, and this plea has fallen on deaf and incredulous ears. Maybe I could put 1 or 2 in here. That might be alright. I dislike... Walking around here, people are going to be like, that's the same house, that house is the same as that house over there is the same as this house. And my only excuse will be, well, of course it is. I mean, come on, all houses kind of look the same anyway, don't they? Because that's how they're built, right? They're all pretty similar. It's the best I'll be able to do, and it will be a weak excuse. And I'll know that. Sorry. And I'll know that, but, You know what? Let's have a look and see what I could possibly replace these with. I wish I had a better formed idea of what I want these to look like, but unfortunately I don't, so I'm kind of just being like, hey, I don't like how these look, I want to change them for something else. I think at the very least I'm going to delete them today. And I keep selecting with the draw select and missing one and then doing this. I should just skip the draw select stage. Is there a factory maybe I could do? I don't want to try and get one that's like, oh yes, there's another kit though, because I know I'll embarrass myself. I also don't want to spend like another hour making a structure. These are all signs, and there's a factory machine. Fine. You would think that typing in factory, I mean I can't remember the name of the place, but the place you go in the Atom Cats quest chain is a factory. Oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably power plant or something. Or not? Okay. Let me try complex. Nope. I have no idea what to put here. Oh, you know what might look good? You know what might work for me? A metal shack might work for me, actually. Oh, that would be perfect. That would be perfect, because then it can be post-war as well. Where are you, Metal Shack? Why don't I just try this, actually, come to think of it? No? Is it Shack Metal? Shack. And now we wait. I feel like a Metal Shack works for a shop because you wouldn't live there. And it's shiny, so people will be like, ooh, shiny. Let me see now. I'm sure it's gonna be prefab, but I don't know. Oh, here we are. Yes. Yeah, this will be fine. I mean, it looks a bit shit, but I think that's alright. I think we can justify it by saying, but hey, it's in the walls. It's in the walls, and it's made of metal instead of wood. So go fuck yourselves. I think that's literally what the guards will say. I don't know why they would actually be asked about this though, so that's kind of where this argument falls apart, but that's fine. That's fine, because really it's an argument I'm having with myself about nothing. People are gonna come over here and they're gonna be like, hey, that's the same structure just flipped around! And I'm sorry, but you're right. It is the same structure just flipped around. Let's have 5 shops so that I can have 3 shops that I know what they do, and then 2 shops where I have to kind of come up with some kind of bullshit. Because I don't know if you can tell from the streams that you've seen, but I quite enjoy coming up with some bullshit. Alright. Now, again, I think we'll do the landscape editing just now, instead of saving it for some future stream. Because I'm probably going to have my hands full with interiors anyway in future streams, so let's try and do a little bit more than I normally do. I feel like I don't do very much in these streams, but you know, that's fine. As I say, I'm not working to any kind of... I have softened vertices on by accident, that's fine. I'm not working to any kind of real deadline, so that's not a big deal. I have to say, I like the idea of doing these streams. I can't speak just now. I don't know why I can't speak just now. One of the main attractions for these streams for me is that if anybody asks me about a deadline, which no one will because no one cares, but if anyone were to, instead of saying like, oh yeah, no, I'm working hard on it and stuff, I can just be like, come and fucking watch me build it. You can see exactly how long things take for me. It's fine. I like that quite a lot. Okay, does that look fine? I think that is floating at the back. Great. Right. One thing I've been thinking about recently are basements, in that making them within the context of open interiors, like how you can just walk in and you see the inside of the church and it's no big deal, instead of there being a loading screen, would be rather difficult. In fact, it might be impossible. I hadn't considered this while I was thinking about it, but all of the basements here would have to be flooded because they'd be below sea level. So, basically, none of these houses are going to have basements. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 will for like quests or something. So if you walk into a house and it has a basement, just you look at that and be like, ah, there's gonna be a quest in here, I know it. You'll walk in, there will be like, the first thing you'll see is a basement and you'll go, this motherfucker. You'll be doing the special murder investigation quest, where a kid's parents have been murdered, and yeah, that's... You'll come in, you'll see the basement, you'll be like, these fucks. It'll be fine. No, realistically, the church might have a basement. The church might have a basement because I honestly don't know where else I'm gonna put the mayor. And that might be it. Or possibly the mayor's office will be a completely different structure, which, to be honest, probably should have been my plan to begin with, rather than trying to stick him in the town hall. If that does come to pass, it'll probably be like a little post-war shack off the side of the church. Obviously he won't live there, because, you know, he's the fucking mayor, he's not gonna live in a shack, is he? Could maybe work in there to appear humble, but I think he'll probably live in one of these nice houses. Speaking of, I should really do the terraforming for these. Which, I mean, since we're doing terraforming on this part, for whatever reason, why not? Let's just make sure they're all more or less on ground level before we begin. That'll be fine. I can work with that. The other thing, I suppose, is that I don't necessarily need them to have stairs. I think the rest of these look okay. I may not get all the terraforming done this part, but if that's the case, I will do the rest of it off stream. Oh no, I've just realized you won't be able to get into these houses. They are now wall houses. Enjoy. That's fine. I don't need to do the interiors for them then. Hooray! Is that in the ground? That's in the ground. That's in the ground, okay. Have a look over here. These look more or less okay. These look like they're too high up. Again, flattening vertices right now. That'd be pretty great. I must confess though, while I'm complaining about this, it did initially work for me for a time, and now it does not. Couldn't say why. The terraforming tools, I'm gonna keep calling them terraforming even though they're called landscape editing. But they're, I mean, it sounds cooler, doesn't it? Terraforming? Anyway, they are amazingly particular. They will not let you do anything that they don't want you to do. Okay. First off, I think we'll do some softening, and that will hopefully even things out a bit for us. I'm gonna try flatten again, because... Oh, now I feel stupid. I'm assuming that's what my problem is. Yep, there we go. Wow. 10 was way too much. In my defense, I don't remember changing that value. But to be fair, I also don't remember what I had for breakfast. And it's only like, oh, it's 1 PM. Oh. I'll probably, if I run over time, I will probably finish up this part off stream. Because, to be honest, I think this is probably more boring than what usually happens. But hey, you know, at least we figured this out. Alright, I'm sorry, warning noise. the stairs look? Sorry for not saying much. I don't have a good excuse. I wish I did, but I don't. I'm deeply lost in thought about flattening these vertices. I'm feeling quite conflicted actually, because I really want to talk about the mayor, but I also really don't, because I feel like he's the strongest character I have. So, you know, if I were to talk about him, it would be like, oh, that sounds interesting. But it would also be, oh, I still have the flatten on, that's fine. I turned it off, I've been a fool. But it would also kind of spoil some things. Well, probably. I don't see how I can talk about the mayor without spoiling anything, basically. I think it might be easier to just move these down now, actually. Let me see now. How does this look? Is this okay? No, it is not. And this is where we have our floating houses. They float. Enjoy. We use space-age technology to make them float. Right, I think after we adjust the height of these few buildings, we should be just about done. Just about done with what? Well, that's a good question. I suppose just about done with the outer ring of residential and the docks. Commercial docks. I think this looks a lot better. I think I'm much happier with this. I think now I can kind of give a oh, look at that. God, that was fucking awful. I feel I can give a better reason for what this island was all about before the war and how it's changed post-war. You know, aside from the craters. There aren't any craters. I don't know what would cause craters actually, because this isn't something that would be nuked. I'm gonna delete that one, it's slightly out of line. There we go. Possibly I should move this to be like this. Put it there. There we go. I think I'm happy with this now. I like the kind of meld we've got going on with the pre- and post-war structures. Yeah, so if we take a look at the drawing again, oh my god, the drawing. I have to say, I feel amazingly silly whenever I bring this thing out. Here we are. So I think we've got this done now, along with this. We've added in some docks that we hadn't originally intended on. Again, obviously it hasn't come out exactly like this, but that's why it says possible division. It was just kind of a loose idea. It was always meant to be kind of a loose idea. It's fine, we have guns, armor, ammo, miscellaneous, and food. Ha. Actually, shit, I should have a doctor. That's fine, instead of ammo we can have doctor. I don't know if there's anything else I want to address just now. Anything else I want to do right now. Oh, you know what I want to do? Since we've fucking... I cannot believe that there was, like, just a fucking border thing I accidentally fucked with, but oh well. Accidentally fucking with things, I have to say, is my forte. So, there we go. But now that it's unfucked, what I really want to do is make sure that the land around here is flat. Because I would really rather not have... there we go. I would really rather not have random bits of world. That's not quite how I wanted that to go. That's fine, we'll just move it up. Okay. Hopefully that'll be alright now. There we go. think I'm okay with leaving the brothel as it is. I think this is alright now. Yeah. I feel quite satisfied with this, actually. I feel like I got quite a lot done. We've added in all these houses over there, which will probably have a host of side quests that are silly as shit. I'm trying to think of what the silliest side quest... Oh my god, maybe there'll be a quest to find somebody's dog. Wouldn't that be fantastic? He can be called Mr. Snuffles. Perfect. Alright. So yeah, we've added in some houses, we've changed the shops over here, we've added in our docks, we've changed this to look a little bit shittier, which is perfect. I feel like I should probably take out some of these market stalls, but to be fair, I think very few of them will actually sell you anything. You'll talk to them, and some of them will be like, do you need a prosthetic limb? And one of your responses will be like, I have all my limbs, I don't need a prosthetic limb. Oh, now we have accidentally fucked with the church. Great. It's one thing you always want to do, accidentally fuck with the church. I keep trying to zoom in and I keep accidentally double clicking. It says accidentally, what I really mean is I keep double clicking and then remembering that that's not what double clicking does. Let's have an aerial view. I like the aerial view. Let me see. There we go. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I probably should have ended it like 3 or 4 minutes ago, instead of stuttering all over myself and talking about nothing. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed if you did watch. If you did enjoy, perhaps you would consider following me on Twitter, where I will post 15 minutes before I go live. Also, subscribing to my YouTube channel. Again, 15 minutes before I go live, there's a video that goes up there that will, tell you I'm about to go live. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's more that I normally say, but it's not coming to me. So that's good. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. A lovely, lovely day.